After being a gold miner for many years, I decided it was time for me to pack up and move on to the next journey of my life. I decided it was time to become a farm rescuer. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Farm Rescue RP. Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. We got a lot of stuff on the schedule today. I'm actually driving back from the motel. I'm gonna go over there and talk to him in a little bit, but I got stuff up here. I have something specially delivered for the day. So the plan is for his farm, we want to put in some drain tile, and the best way to put in drain tile is, of course, just cultivating the ground up a little bit better. And I bought this right here. This right here, I paid for my own money, so yes, when I do leave, this will be coming with me, just like everything I bought. This is a John Deere 266 VT. It is 10 meters wide, perfectly everything you will need to really be able to get your tractors down into the ground good enough. Pull on into here.
Good Lord.
You like my new piece of equipment?
Yeah.
You think this may knock out some acres?
Oh, definitely.
So you know how, like, when of course I come here, I let you borrow all the equipment while I'm here.
Right.
Well, I've come to a decision. I realize you don't have any good piece of equipment to do cultivation with, and so I'm leaving this with you.
Oh man, I appreciate it.
Yep. So you will be keeping this at the end of the day. But while I'm here, you know me, I like to go a little bit bigger, get the job done faster. Especially we gotta get some of the tillage out of the way, and on top of all that, I wanted to go ahead and do a little bit of upgrade, see if this does anything for your cultivation needs. A 2660 VT tillage. This right here should give everything you need.
Good Lord, that thing is monstrous.
Oh yeah. You know that John Deere I bought the other day for the auger wagon?
Yeah.
That right there has enough horsepower to pull that.
Well, I do have some good news. Apparently, one of the neighboring farm, they went up to the shop yesterday to purchase some, odds and ends, and they seen the harvester sitting down there, and they called me. They offered me 20 grand for the harvester and the two headers. They needed the harvester itself for parts.
That's not bad. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to get this thing turned around, and I'm trying to get into an area where I can open her up, just do a quick glance over. What's the moisture at on the beans?
I haven't checked it yet. I'll run down there on the gator real quick and give her a quick check.
Well, if you want to grab me real fast, we'll go down there together, and then we'll both go through this piece of equipment. Holy moly, is this big.
Huge. Gigantic.
This is 10 meters of get the job done right here, buddy.
Yeah, I think that'd get it done real quick.
Exactly. Well, you know what the good part about this right here is, right?
What's that?
You can angle like these spades that go on the ground a little bit more and kind of make them more or less aggressive depending on what you want to do with your cultivation. And with this back here, you can also make it where it compacts heavier down in the ground or lifts up more off the ground, so it's not as abrasive to the ground when it's doing with its job as well. Just cool little facts, not a whole lot of people know. So let's go down there and take a look.
Alright.
You may either they need to go tomorrow or they need to go late this afternoon, but just by the moisture test, I mean, these just right here aren't where you want them yet.
Yeah, I got you.
Try breaking one of these pods apart right here. When you see it's not wanting to come out of the pod easily, that's not a really good sign. You want them where, like, when you roll them around in your hand, the pods crumble and you're left with the beans. But everything else though, we're looking good. You want to, we can give her a little bit of a test try. If I had to say anything, I'd say we need to wait just a little bit.
Let's hold off on this for a little bit. I'm gonna trust your opinion on this.
I think the best thing to start out with is go look at that field that you need to put drain tile in and kind of look exactly where it needs to be put in at and kind of go from there. I'd run you a line right here. I'd go to the top of there, run you a line right here, and then curve one out, but leave it off the side about 5 feet, but curve you one out and coming out here and make that your main line going all the way down and going down towards your cattle.
All right.
And this is something I will say you need to look into also, putting you some in this over here, because you got to remember, even though we're getting most of that stuff out of there, you still have a lot of stuff that's just piling down here at this end point. I mean, one idea for you to do, I mean, this is a risky idea to tell you to do, dig you out a pond and kind of have yourself your ultimate little place, stock it full of fish, and actually get sanctioned by the government to have it down here, but have all of your runoffs, everything like that, tally up in that pond. And if you ever wanted to, you could run yourself a pivot and put you some pivots in, drawing all your pivot stuff from down here and bringing it up there to like the top up there and letting it spray down.
Yeah, instead of having to worry about running that well up there dry.
Exactly.
Hey, that's a great idea.
Do you want to dig a temporary pond or hire somebody to come out here and dig a temp pond?
Yeah, that's what I would say. Dig a temporary pond, come in and get the drain tile put in. That way it's obviously got some place to go to, or then I can worry about having the pond finished up.
All right, well, I mean, let's go up there. Let's go back to the farm. Let's get that new piece of equipment I just got, kind of disc up the land a little bit and kind of show a rough estimate of what we're trying to do.
Alrighty then.
Well, let's get this to it though. Let's take a look at this real fast. It does have a few hours on it, but it's basically brand new. You see anything like bent or out of place, Sadler?
Nah, don't see anything bent, out of place, or anything like that.
I think kind of moves a little bit freely, so we'll see. Alright, let's head on down to the field and let's get some stuff started. Kind of let it lead out right here. Alright, how's it looking down there?
Looking pretty good down over here.
Alright, good.
That thing does get a pretty good compaction back on it. My boots ain't sinking down in here like it was before.
Well, right now we just need to focus on getting these lines somewhat drew out so that we have them.
Yeah.
The only bad part about all this is I don't feel comfortable with this tractor going uphill with this thing in the ground.
Oh no, I wouldn't either. I think the old man was a little on the crazy side putting a field this size on a hill this size.
Well, not necessarily. He did a good job of making sure he had a field at least.
Oh yeah.
There's most likely a really better way to use this hill than what he did, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. And what I'm gonna do is for this one right here, we're just gonna tie this one into the ground right here. This will be one of two that goes to this line. I'd recommend putting one huge spike going diagonal, and then for the up and down as smaller, thinner pipes. So you have your one large main, which would be this middle one right here, and then everything else would be so on and so forth.
Yeah, do like 6-inch mains down through here, and then this big main down on the bottom do like a 36-inch.
Yeah, exactly. Now you understand what I'm saying. I think that's perfect for this right here. You want to go test some beans and see if the beans are ready to roll?
Yeah, let's run back up there.
Alright, let's get this switched over. You want to drop this pin for me?
Yeah.
How bad we all?
Come on back, on back, on back, on back, on back. There you go, right there.
Well, you want to do this? Let me do some getting that harvester ready for beans.
Oh yeah.
Have you switched everything over in the back?
Yeah, the gates are all switched over. It's ready to go.
Yes, sir, it's ready to go.
I'm gonna pull this up all the way. I'll make sure it's not even really touching the beans, and we're just gonna see how the header does. I wouldn't stand right in that dust.
Oh, it's all good. It's past me now.
Alright, I might drop it down just enough to kind of let it have some assistance.
1 foot by 1 foot area here. We got about 2 beans.
So you're losing about 1 bushel per acre. That ain't bad. Did you throw any fertilization on this field?
Negative. I did not. I limed it and I got caught up with other things.
Well, you need to kind of make sure you're keeping a hold of that. I'm gonna tell you this, but I don't think you got much beans.
Yeah, it's not looking that good.
I mean, I can't lie to you, buddy. To be able to do farming anymore, you gotta be harvesting 3,000, 4,000 acres, and you're not doing it, bud.
I mean, not when these plots are only a couple acres apiece.
Exactly.
I was contemplating how things go, getting the next plot over.
I'd get you a combine first, but I think you have an efficient plan set up for you now, and I do think that you are gonna be more self-sufficient.
Oh yeah.
I mean, before, let's just be honest here, when I first came here, you weren't making anything. You were losing money every year. So in a matter of a year, you've turned everything around. Alrighty, go ahead and unload the rest of this, and she is done.
293 bushels.
Ain't bad, but it ain't good.
That should have been a 400 bushel field probably.
Yeah, you just gotta put fertilization on it before and after, so it just does you better, bud. Well, buddy, I think it's time for us to go ahead and start getting everything packed up, and let's get all my equipment separated from yours once you get everything unloaded, so that I can go ahead and get everything out of your way so you can continue on with your business.
Yes, sir. The auger wagon's already empty.
So what we do is we pull everything to the side that is mine, and pretty much I'm gonna have a semi truck come by later this week and pick up like the 7R, most likely the tillage as well. I have like some semis come out here and pick up most of the equipment. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Kubota today and the attachments to the Kubota.
All right.
But I'm gonna leave you with that disc over there, so that's yours.
I appreciate it.
So with everything I taught you, do you think you're gonna make it out?
Oh yeah, I should definitely be able to make it out.
Alrighty, well that sounds good to me.
Well, sir, I appreciate everything you've taught me.
Don't worry now, I'll be back.
Oh yeah, I'll be looking forward to it.
At some point I'll be back to aggravate you and make sure you're doing your job. But this is where I must say my bye.
All right. Well, safe travels.
Yeah, you too. Have a good one. Bye. Thank God, he was annoying.
Hey, you left the radio on.
Oh wait, did I? Oh man, I was joking, buddy. Trust me, I was just joking.
Sure.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're off to the next person. I want to say a huge shout out to Alex for doing everything he has done with this series. Without him, this series wouldn't have been possible. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all have not yet, please go check his channel out. Links are in the description down below. This was also an opportunity given to him because he did join the Rhino Crash Leaders, and so I want to give him a big shout out for doing that and donating like he did and help out the community. But with no further ado, from me and the entire team, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you later. Peace.